Hello friends, myself Dr. Nandakumar Raubawale from College of Engineering Ambazogai. Welcome you all for the lecture on intellectual property rights. This is the introductory lecture on intellectual property rights. The intellectual property rights is one of the subject usually dealt by the law profession people or law students. Now this subject is introduced for engineering students in order to know the concepts of intellectual property and its rights. It is a very important subject for engineering students as the main aim of engineering education is to start their own entrepreneurship or to invent new things or to carry out the research work, and it is very essential for a engineering student to know about what what is the importance of their work and how to gain monetary benefit from their ideas, their business, and how to protect their ideas from others to be used by fraudulent or competitors. Now we must know what property is, what are the types of properties, and what we call as the right. Intellectual is one word, second one is property, and third one is a right. So first we must know what is a property, then what is intellectual property, and what are the rights. Today we will see in detail the syllabus prescribed by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar University, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere, for final year engineering students in this elective subject known as intellectual property rights. Coming to the term property, so generally when we pronounce the term property, we imagine that there is something like land, like building, so such things, or money, or ornaments, golden ornaments or valuables as the property. Now generally the property is defined as a bundle of rights, that any distribution of rights, privileges among the person with respect to the things can be dignified with the label of property. It can be anything over which we must have the rights. What are the rights that we will discuss in detail? Privileges, say for example you own some particular property, you have got certain privileges against that property. You got the privilege of using that property, you got the privilege of disposing that property, you got a privilege of transferring that property. So whatever you want to do with that property without disturbing other persons in the society is known as a privilege. And such privileges or rights are bound with the owner of that property, and such things if are available in the form of rights to the owner of that property, then we call, or entity, then we call that entity as the property. Coming to the rights, what this rights is. Generally traditional property or principles of traditional property, one must have control over the property, use of property. That means if you have a land, then you have control over that land or building. You may use it, you may give it on lease to somebody else, or you may sell it, or you may transfer that property to somebody else. It is left to you. That means use, dispose or transfer of that property is in your control. Then second is the right to take any benefit from the property. Say for example, a buffalo is your property. You own a buffalo. You have the rights to take any kind of benefit. You may sell that buffalo, you may sell milk of that buffalo, or you may sell the milk products obtained from the buffalo. So you may have any property. Say for example, you have a land. You may cultivate the land either by tree plantation, or you may get the regular crops, or you may give it on rent to somebody else. So you can take any kind of benefit from such property. You have rights to restrict others from using that property or interfering in that property. A right to transfer or sell. You have right to transfer or sell the property to somebody else. No one can restrict you to sell or transfer the property, but transfer and sale of property is subjected to the rules and regulations or laws by the government. The right to exclude others from the property. That means you have the rights to avoid others to use that property, or others to stop from entering or doing some mischievous activities in your property. So you have rights. You can exclude others. So others should not interfere in your property. So these are the rights which are available with any owner, and we call these as the rights. Then what is intellectual property? Coming to the intellectual property, what this intellectual property is? It is the property which is created by human intelligence or mental labor. That is nothing but there is a role of knowledge. When a person is using certain kind of knowledge or skills and creating some kind of property, that property is mostly intangible in the sense it is not a physical property. So the properties are classified into two categories: corporeal and incorporeal. Corporeal properties are nothing but the properties which can be seen physically, can be touched. Say for example, land, vehicle or gold ornaments are tangible properties or corporeal properties, whereas intangible property or incorporeal property cannot be seen, cannot be touched, but it is there. Say for example, you have created some kind of song. Song is your property which is created by your intelligence or involving your mental labor. So you cannot touch to the song. That song can be sung, but you are unable to see that song. You can listen it. You cannot touch to that song, and you cannot give that song with the hands to somebody else. So that is intangible form of property. And even though it can be converted into corporeal form, means that property, if you sell to somebody else, you can get a monetary benefit, and that can be converted into property. Or say for example, you have the idea, you have some invention, and that invention can be used to produce some product, and that product can be utilized for doing some beneficial works. So by using such idea or intangible property, we can create a corporeal property that may be anything. So it is convertible. So next thing is what this intellectual property contains. What are the subject matters of intellectual property? Intellectual property is creation of man's intellect without assistance of physical objects. So there is no physical object in the intellectual property. It is purely incorporeal or intangible property and reproducible set of information. So you have idea, so that idea can be reproduced. A set of information, this is the information or idea which can be reproduced. What is the subject matter? Subject matter of intellectual property is musical work. You have created some rhythm or some kind of music, so that is a intellectual property. Literary or artistic work, so you have written some literature, you have written some story, so that story is nothing but a literary work. Or you have done some invention and you have written a research paper, that is a literary work. Artistic work contains some kind of painting or some kind of sculpture work that you have created is artistic work. So it is your property, that which you have created by your own knowledge, so that is nothing but literary and artistic work. Then you have obtained some invention, so invention that you have obtained may be a purely new, or it can be a improvement in the existing invention, then you can call that invention as a intellectual property. So intellectual property is useful in case of invention, or is applicable in case of inventions. So as a engineer, as a scientist, if you invent something in future, then that has got a value, and that value can be registered and you can extract monetary benefit from the invention. Then symbols are also specific symbols are also one of the intellectual property. Trademarks, say for example, you are going to do some business and you are going to have a logo of your business on your product or on your shop, so that logo is nothing but a symbol, and that logo can be registered. Say for example, Tata has got this T as a symbol in a circle. So this T, which is the symbol obtained by Tata, that is nothing but a trademark. Then names are also intellectual property, but not a common name or general name. Say for example, Sachin is not the intellectual property for a particular business. Say for example, if you see a Godrej is the name of that organization, and that name is patented, is registered under trademarks. So such names cannot be copied by other person to start their business. So the name of Godrej is having some value, and because of that, the particular name which has got a business value is registered under this intellectual property. Then images, certain kind of images and designs, you have obtained some designs so design which is having commercial value and industrial value, then such images and designs are included in the intellectual property. Then coming to your first unit, what you are going to study in this intellectual property rights. So introduction to intellectual property. First you are going to know what this intellectual property is. Then types of intellectual property, as we have studied some music in previous slide. Music, literary or artistic work, inventions, symbol, names, images and designs are kinds of subject matters of intellectual property. So in this case you are going to study types of intellectual property. Then international organization which have control over the Laws of intellectual property. Agencies. Which are the agencies concerned with intellectual properties, and what are the treaties along with the other countries? Treaties means or what you say, deals, or uh, that is we can say tah. Tah means compromise, or some deals. We can call this as a treaties. The importance of intellectual property rights. Why we need to know intellectual property rights, and what is importance of intellectual property rights? What is the output of intellectual property? Intellectual property, we know what we can obtain from intellectual property, how this intellectual property is beneficial to a person who is the owner of that intellectual property. Knowingly, unknowingly, we are going to disclose our inventions, our ideas to other people, and they are going to get benefit out of it. So that is nothing but the misuse of your intellectual property by others. So in second unit we are going to discuss about the trademark, what this trademark is. So just now I told you Tata has got a particular symbol, Hyundai has got a another symbol, or Nirma has got their own symbol, then Godrej has got their own symbol. These symbols have got some importance for their owner. So it is a mark. What is a trademark? It is a mark or symbol or image or any sign by which the goods of a trader, trader means a businessman or a manufacturer, or services of a service provider. Say for example Jio has got a symbol. What Jio is doing? It is providing a service. Say for example Amazon has got its own symbol, and Amazon is providing some service. So a service provider has got his own symbol or image or sign, that is nothing but a trademark. So what we are going to study in this chapter: purpose and function of trademark, why this trademark is required, then acquisition of trademark, who can register the trademark, and how we acquire a particular trademark, then protectable matter, which trademark is protected. So if two persons are using same symbol, who is having rights to use that particular symbol or trademark? Selecting and evaluating trademark. So how to select and how to evaluate the trademark registration process. So once you decide your trademark for business, then you have to register this trademark so that no other person can use that symbol. Or if anyone uses your symbol and same product is sold in the market by somebody else, then you can take legal action against him and get recovery from such user, or you can get compensation from such fraudulent user. Then coming to third unit of your intellectual property right is law of copyright. Law of copyright. What is this copyright? The subject matter of copyright is original creations. It must be original. It should not be copied. In literary means something you have created in the form of text. You have written some story, you have written a research paper, or you have written something else, that is known as literary work. Dramatic work means a drama, or it may be a what you say, film, such things. Or musical, you have created certain kind of music. Or artistic work includes again what you say, painting, or it may be a sculpture work, or it can be embroidery work. So such works are included in artistic work. So it also extends to computer program, cinematograph, film, sound recording, So if you have written a computer program using a specific logic which is not used by anybody else, and such computer program can also be registered under copyrights. So copyright is exclusive right. Exclusive right means it is the only right offered to a particular person, multiplying, commercially dealing with, making assignment of copies of work recognized by law. Making assignment means you are giving that work to somebody else by getting some monetary benefit, or making a contract, copies of the work which is recognized by law or registered as a subject matter of copyright for a specified period. This is very important. So when copyright you have registered, so you can assign it to somebody else to use your work by getting monetary benefit or doing some contracts for a particular period. Beyond that period he cannot use that work for getting monetary benefit or to get financial benefits. Then fundamentals, what you are going to study in this law of copyright. So you have studied, you have seen what is law of copyright. Now fundamentals of copyright law: originality of material, rights of reproduction. Who is having rights of reproduction? What is originality of material? How to judge the originality? Then a right to perform the work, publicity. Who is having a right to perform? Who is having rights to publish the work? So the literary work, you have the rights to give publicity or publish the work, or you may assign it to somebody else to publish. Say for example, you have written a book and then your book is published by some publisher, say for example Nirali Publication. So you have assigned him or transferred your rights to publish your work. So it is your work but he is going to publish. Then copyright ownership issues. So who is the owner of that work? So such issues are discussed. Then copyright registration, how to register your work, copyright, where to register, notice of the copyright, how to give the notice, and international copyright law. So we can register for copyright in our country, but such material can be copied in other countries, and how to take action at the international level. So you have written the book in India, you have registered it in India, but some foreign countries may take a copy of your book and they may reproduce such books in their own country, and how to protect your work from misusing in other countries. So what are the international laws of copyright that you have to study in this unit. Now then coming to fourth unit, law of patents. This is very important for we people as an engineer. What is a patent? So when you have some invention, you have some idea, then a license is given to you only by the government. A patent is a license given to the inventor to make exclusive use of his invention. आपने ही किया हुआ इन्वेंशन है, आपको यूज़ करने के लिए लाइसेंस मिलता है. That is nothing but others do not have license, do not have permission to use that invention. A protection is provided by state. State means government, to use the invention in monopoly. If you have invented something and you have registered your patent, then you will get a license to use that invention for a particular period, not for lifetime, and others are avoided or restricted to use that invention. So it will be your monopoly to use that invention, and you can extract a monetary benefit or financial benefits for a particular duration which is specified in the law. So if that patent or that invention is used by somebody else, then you can challenge him, you can take legal action, and you can get the compensation from such user. Then what you are going to study: foundation of patent law. What is foundation? Basic. Then patent searching process, how to search for patent, whether somebody has registered such patent or not. If already patent is registered on that invention, then you cannot register your patent. Then ownership rights and transfer. So what are the rights of a owner and how this patent can be transferred to others, or how to extract benefits by transferring this patent to somebody else. Say for example, you have idea of producing some kind of special kind of pen, that is a pen which you have produced is writing without studying, say for example, and you can register invention, that invention, and it is possible for you to invent a pen, but it is not possible for you to produce such pens in quantity and sell those pens in the market. Then what you will do, you will transfer your invention to somebody else who is capable of producing such pens in quantity and sell in the market and get the monetary benefit. So this is called as a transfer of your rights to somebody else. So it is not possible to produce a pen which can write without study, but just I am going to say that if you have invented, then you can register such a patent, whatever may be the invention you can register, and you can get a benefit directly, or you can transfer rights to somebody else who can produce such product in quantity and sell in the market to get monetary benefit. Now then, coming to fifth unit, trade secrets. What is a secret? Trade secret. There are two terms, trade and secret. Trade means it is a business. Secret means which is not disclosed in the community or a society. Trade secret means information having commercial value. You have some information, you have some idea, and that has got some commercial value. It has got some commercial value. Commercial value means that information, if you disclose to somebody else, somebody must give you some money. You have information, and if you say that it has got commercial value, and if you open it in market for selling, then nobody is ready to purchase your information, then that is not having a commercial value, which is not in public domain. So such information is not available to the public already, for which reasonable steps have to take have been taken to maintain secrecy. So you have maintained secrecy about the information which you have, and you have not disclosed. It is an undisclosed information by a company, by a unit, or a industry. So what is the example of trade secret? Say for example, you have a recipe to cook a particular food, and that gives a particular taste. So the method or ingredients that you are going to add in that recipe is the confidential information that you have not disclosed, and it produces a particular kind of taste. There are many examples. Goli vada pav. Then you have different kinds of tea nowadays coming out in the market. So variety of teas or kind of teas shops are available, and those teas which are available in the market are having a particular taste. So they have their own trade secrets, and such kind of taste is not produced by some other teas. So nowadays you can see the teas mama bacha chacha, like that some teas are available in the market. So such are the examples of trade secrets. Or you have some chemical formula, or you can do some chemical reactions and produce some product that is having fixed quality and which is not available in the market or in the public. So the chemical formula which you have produced, that is nothing but a trade secret, and the product which you have produced by using such a chemical reaction must have commercial value. If it is of no commercial value, then that is not a trade secret. So there are two things: it must be a secret one and it should have a commercial value and it is not known to the public. So such things are known as a trade secrets. So what you are going to study in trade secrets? What are the trade secret laws? What are the law governing trade secret? Determination of trade secret status. Then liability for misappropriation of trade secret. Liability in the sense what kind of actions we can take and how we can make a person liable to pay compensation for misappropriation of trade secret. Protection for submission. If you are having a trade secret, registered trade secret, then how it is protected. Then trade secret litigation. So how to take a legal action over the misuse of your trade secret. Unfair competition. In that you are going to study unfair competition. So misappropriation of a right of publicity. Then false advertisement. So these things you are going to study in this trade secret. Then in last unit you are going to study new development of intellectual property. So whatever we are going to study up to 5th unit is the conventional intellectual property laws. Now what are the recent advancements in the intellectual property rights or laws at the country level as well as global? New developments in trademark law. What are the changes in the trademark law nowadays? What are the changes in copyright law? What are the new laws in patent? Intellectual property audits. How to audit intellectual property? International overview on intellectual property. So we are going to speak not only limited to our country but at international level. International trademark law. What are the trademark laws throughout the globe? The copyright law. What is copyright law at international level? Then international patent law. So how to register your patent at the international level? So there are two things. You can register your patent copyright in our country to avoid others to misuse that property in our country. But if you want to avoid misuse of your intellectual property throughout the world, then you have to register it at international level and you can protect it internationally from misuse of your work. Then coming to the last thing of this unit, textbooks. Which textbooks you can use? So this is first a textbook, then second textbook which are given in your syllabus. Then you have 3 reference books. This one, second and third. These 3 reference books. So as per this subject, you need not to use any reference book. I will be providing you notes to use and read. So complete set of notes I will provide to you, which includes maximum aspects of this intellectual property rights, and simultaneously I will be sharing this video so that you can have ideas. So I hope that you are going to understand to the maximum extent through this video lecture. Thank you for watching it seriously and understanding the concepts of intellectual property and detailed information about the syllabus over the intellectual property rights.